Most High in Christ. We live. Let's go ahead and clap it up. All right, Shalom Israel. Once again, it's the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Gen.YAHANNA. It's Thursday Scripture Breakdown class in Indianapolis, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to go ahead and get into tonight's topic. You know what I'm saying? Battling temptation and what you should do and how you should behave as such. Go ahead and give me that precept, all right? We're not muted, right? We good? All right, go ahead.
James chapter 1, verse 16.
Uh-huh.
Do not err.
No, Salakia. James chapter 1, verse 1. We're gonna go all the way to verse 16. No sweat.
James chapter 1, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
James, a servant of God.
Of who?
Of God.
Of who?
Of God.
So listen, you being Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be a servant of the Most High. Quit trying to be a servant of man, because man is going to cause you to err. Man is going to cause you to not serve the Lord. You understand? So, you know what I'm saying? Read it again, brother.
Oh, God. James, a servant of God.
Uh-huh.
And of the Lord Jesus Christ.
You know what I'm saying? And of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Go ahead.
To the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greetings.
So it says to the 12 tribes who are scattered abroad. Greetings. You know what I'm saying? He's saying shalom to all, you know what I'm saying, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians that are scattered abroad. You are scattered abroad, you know what I'm saying, in various different parts of the world. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, that's he's saying shalom to all of our brothers and sisters that are scattered abroad. Go ahead.
Verse 2. My brethren.
My what?
Brethren.
My what?
Brethren.
You know what I'm saying? This letting you know that we are family. See, you know, this is specifically talking to all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Those of you that are on the 12 tribes. It says, my brethren. Go ahead.
Count it all joy when ye fall into divers
temptations.
Temptations.
So it says, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptation. So, you know, in the world, you might say you was tempted to commit crimes, or you was tempted to live a certain type of lifestyle. When you in the truth and you serving the Lord, you know what I'm saying, the truth and the spirit, you got to count it in joy, you know what I'm saying, when these temptations come, when they come up against you, you know what I'm saying, because they're trying you. You're going to be tested. When you come into the truth, you're gonna always be tested on the day-to-day aspect. Don't come up into the truth thinking that, oh, now that you serving the Lord, that it's just gonna be a cakewalk, that you're not gonna be tried. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna constantly be put into the fire, just like fine gold. When you be putting into the fire, you know what I'm saying, the blacksmith, what do? He takes out the gold and he looks and see if there's any more type of blemish. And then if he sees any type of blemish or anything, what does he do? He puts it back into the fire so it could come out even more pure. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of temptation that you know, temptations and, you know, you going back to the world, or you going back to your ways, or how you used to be in the world, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be tried. So the scripture says, when these things come up against you, you got to count it in joy. You know what I'm saying? Be like, you know what, Most High in Christ, that now I know how to overcome something that I wouldn't know how to overcome if I was still in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because if you were still in the world, you would have just fell back for the okie doke. But since you're in the truth, you could see these things and you'd be like, you know what? Shame on you. Good joke. You know, you tried to get me. You know what I'm saying? Understand that this is a Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian man book. All right? So read on.
Verse 3. Know this, that the triumph of your faith worketh patient.
So knowing this, that the trying of your faith. Now let's touch bases on faith. You know what I'm saying? Faith is believing in something that's not seen, right? But you believe in it full-heartedly. You believe in the Most High. We have never seen the Most High, but we believe in the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We believe in the Most High with everything in our DNA makeup. We, you know what I'm saying? We believe full-heartedly in the Most High, but you have never seen the Most High. All right, so read it again.
Okay. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
Worketh what?
Worketh patience.
So when this is trying you, you know what I'm saying? It works your patience. You know what I'm saying? Everything is work. You got to have patience when you in the truth. You got to have patience with brothers that's difficult. You got to have patience when you going through difficult times. You got to have patience with your people that don't want to hear, you know what I'm saying, these laws, statutes, and commandments on how to save their life. You got to have patience with the hard-headed of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
Verse 4. But let patience have her perfect work.
But let patience have her perfect work. Go ahead.
That ye may be perfect.
That ye may be what?
Perfect.
That you be what?
Perfect.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be perfect when you come in to serve the Lord. You got to be that lamb without no blemish. Now, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen within the next 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to keep battling yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? That's that work. That's that work that you know what I'm saying, brothers don't want to hear. You don't want to hear that you got to constantly battle the old man in the mirror. That's who your greatest enemy is. You know what I'm saying? Because you just one blunt away from going back to the world. You just one prostitute away from going back into the world. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? Brothers would be like, oh, I was tempted to do this. The Lord tempted me to do this. You know what I'm saying? The Lord knew that I was weak. No, the Lord knew that you was weak, and the Lord surrounded you around brothers to build you up so that you could be strong, so that you could continue to battle the old person who you used to be. You know what I'm saying? And the truth, you can't be weak. The Lord does not want any weak soldiers. You know what I'm saying? The Lord wants mighty men to take over these mighty kingdoms so that we can rule, you know what I'm saying, in truth and in spirit. How you gonna rise up in the ranks and be able to take care of souls, but you not being mighty, you being weak and you fall into your temptations? The Lord don't want that. The Lord will spew you out. The Lord will not give you that type of responsibility because you don't want it, because you're not worthy of it. You understand? But those that are worthy of it, what's the Lord going to do? The Lord's going to build you up. You know what I'm saying? Precept says, you know what I'm saying, that bodily exercise profit little. Yeah, you could be the strongest brother. You could do all these, push all these weights and all that. But what's your spiritual way? You know what I'm saying? Can you counsel brothers? Can you counsel sisters? You know what I'm saying? Do you have great patience? Can you show unconditional brotherhood? You know what I'm saying? Dealing with difficult brothers and sisters that don't want to hear the truth. You know, we tell Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians every day that you are the greatest being, that you know what I'm saying, on the face of the earth, that you belong to a higher power, and they look at us like we got spit on our face. They look at us like we disrespecting them because we're telling them that no, you don't have to be a drug dealer, you don't have to be a gangbanger, you don't have to be a prostitute or a whore, you don't have to be promiscuous. You know what I'm saying? We telling them that, hey, you're supposed to be a wise and understanding people, and they're looking at us crazy. But do you have the patience for that? You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have the patience, pray on it. The Lord will surround you around learned men that's ordained to teach this truth, to teach you to gain these super abilities. Because that's being like a real life superhero, someone that could perform miracles. You know what I'm saying? But read on, brother. Verse 4, Salaki.
And in turn, wanting nothing.
Read it again.
Verse 4. But But let patience have her perfect work.
Let patience have her perfect work. You know what I'm saying? This work of patience is perfect, man. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
And yet may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
Wanting nothing, meaning that you want nothing of this world. The only thing that you want is the kingdom of heaven. And with the kingdom of heaven comes multiple things that our imaginations can't even fathom. You know what I'm saying? I always think that when Christ said that where I go, there are many mansions. I remember I heard that when I was a young man, you know, kind of homeless, sleeping on a brother's floor, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, in and out of different, you know, homes and stuff like that. And I'm like, damn. Christ said where he's going, there's many mansions. I couldn't even at that time, I couldn't even imagine me living in a mansion. You know what I'm saying? But Christ said it, and I believe it full heartedly. So I understand that, you know what? Everything is possible, man. All right, go ahead.
Verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God.
If you lack wisdom, you got to ask the Most High for wisdom. You got to ask the Most High, you know what I'm saying, to humble your spirit so that you know, so the things that's coming out your mouth are just, you know, pure wisdom. You know, you want brothers to be like, you know, that's a wise young man, or that's a wise trooper, that's a wise officer, or this captain has a lot of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? This brother has a lot of wisdom. You know, you don't want to just be so loose at the lip. You don't want to just anything that just come to your damn mind, you just splurt it out. And then at that point, brothers ain't even gonna want to deal with you. Brothers gonna be like, man, that brother's a nut. You know what I'm saying? That brother, he just says whatever his heart, you know, whatever. The first thing, he's just a torpedo. You know what I'm saying? He's real. You got to be cautious. You know, I would not want this brother to speak on camera. Type, you know what I'm saying? Or you could be a brother that's like, well, what you think about this, huh? And you might be a brother, you know what I'm saying? Since you asked for that wisdom, you might be like, Salaki, I ain't got nothing to say. And sometimes if a brother ain't got nothing to say, that's wisdom in itself. That means that brother's doing what? That brother's learning. That brother's soaking up game, soaking up knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's best to be seen and not heard. That's being wise as well. You know what I'm saying? A brother that's always quick to listen and have little to say. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? That brother's working. That brother prayed for wisdom. So the Lord, you know what I'm saying? The Lord's gonna work, you know what I'm saying, and do what he gotta do and manifest his spirit more into that brother. And then guess what? Since you pray and you ask for wisdom, you start to mature different in the truth than what you was in the world. Now you could be around grown men that love and serve the Lord, you know what I'm saying? Mighty men. Guess what? You're gonna be a mighty man yourself. You know what I'm saying? Read it again, brother.
If any of you lack of wisdom, let him ask of God.
And listen, you got, you know what I'm saying? You want to ask it of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You want to ask the Most High for the wisdom. You don't want to just be trying to ask man for everything. You know what I'm saying? It's brothers that scholars in the truth, and these brothers are scholars. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no college degree. They don't got Esau doctrine, but these brothers can break down his historical documents and match it up with biblical text. And you be like, damn, brother, you a wise brother, man. You got a lot of wisdom. You know what I'm saying? How'd you get that? He's like, you know, most of the time, brother be like, man, that ain't, man, that's the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's the Lord. That ain't me. That's the Lord. You know what I mean? But if you want wisdom, you gotta ask that of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And wisdom comes with you know, wisdom has a lot to do with your everyday life. How you deal with people, how you deal with women, how you get out, you know, of bad situations. How you know what I'm saying? Can you calm down a hectic situation? You know what I mean? You might be in a scenario where a brother might, you know what I'm saying, he's over here arguing with his rib and at the chicken spot. You in line and you know what I'm saying, you got so much wisdom that you calm this brother down from putting his hands on his woman in public. You know what I mean? And and just diffuse the whole situation. You know what I mean? Like you could save that brother's life, you could save that sister's life. Sometimes you might have to hey sis, it's your man might not say it, sis, but it's best that you just shut your mouth in this situation. Hold your peace, sis. You know what I'm saying? Hey, go take a walk, brother. You know what I mean? You know, wisdom comes in all different aspects of our life. So if you want wisdom, ask it of the Most High. You know what I mean? Don't try to use Chat GPT or Google or ask Siri or ask Bixby or whatever. You know what I mean? Ask it of the Most High, and the Most High is going to give you the correct wisdom that you need. Go ahead, brother. You can read it again from the top.
If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, that giveth to all men liberty.
Liberally. Go ahead.
And upbraideth not, and it shall be given him.
Go ahead.
Verse 6. But let him ask in faith.
Let him ask in what?
Ask in faith.
So listen, here goes that faith again. And let him ask in faith. Let him ask, believing in something that he cannot see. You can't see wisdom. Wisdom, you pray for it. Wisdom not just gonna come down in some rotating, fancy box, good mahogany wood, and it's just, you know what I'm saying? It just lays right here, and you open up the box, and it's just lights. This ain't the cartoon world. That ain't, you know what I'm saying? Let him ask in faith. You know what I'm saying? And faith is believing in something that you can't see, right? But you praying for this wisdom. You praying that the Lord gives you the wisdom, but you can't see it. That doesn't mean that the Lord's not going to give it to you. The Lord's going to, you know what I'm saying? You come to class, a brother give you a breakdown on something that happened in the Bible, and you be like, damn, you know what? That sounds like a situation that I lived through. Or that sounds like something, you know what I'm saying? Something that I seen, something I seen in the neighborhood. Dang, I didn't know that, this is how you handle this, or this how you handle that, or this how you move, you got to move like this. You got to move like that. That's the wisdom. Read on. Verse 6.
But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, for he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed.
So when you ask, you gotta stand on your foundation. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, don't first and foremost, don't waste the Most High's time. Don't just be throwing up random prayers, and thinking, oh, one moment I'm like this, one moment, it's just like what the precept says, like the waves of the sea. The waves are unpredictable. They come and they go. You can never time you could kind of predict the wave because of patterns, and you watching it for a while. You like, okay, this might be a big one, or it's not, or oh damn, this ain't the big one, or it might be, that was a little wave. The waves come and go. Don't be like that with the Most High. When you praying for wisdom, and you praying for knowledge, and you praying on how how to battle your temptation, how to battle your addiction, or what I'm saying, you praying for great knowledge of the truth on how to help what I'm saying, bring back Yasharala to these law, statutes, and commandments. And then when the Lord gives it to you, and you're like, I don't know if I really want to do this now. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like that with the Most High, man. Read on.
7. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord.
And you heard it right then and there. Because you want to be like that with the Lord. Don't let it cross your rabbit mind that you know what I'm saying, that the Lord gonna give you anything. The Lord gonna leave you right where you at. You know what I'm saying? Right where you sit, right where you stand, right where your feet is planted. You know what I'm saying? You wanna be like a wavering wave, and you wanna be wishy-washy with the Most High. Don't think the Most High finna give you anything. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? The Most High saying, don't play with me. Don't waste my time. And you shouldn't want to waste the Most High's time. You know what I mean? Don't come up in here trying to waste the Most High's time. You want to waste somebody's time, waste your own goddamn time. That's whose time you gonna waste. Read on.
Verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Read that again.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
You know what I'm saying? A double-minded, you know what I'm saying? A double-minded man. Someone that says that, yeah, I want to serve the Lord, but I still want to gangbang. I still got to go kick it with the homies. Or someone that says they want to serve the Lord, but they still selling drugs. They still out pimping, you know, pimping prostitutes, and you still doing worldly things, but you say you want to serve the Lord. Read it again.
Oh God. Verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
And you are unstable in all your ways. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord, you know what I'm saying? The Lord will manifest that. Because you can't make up your damn mind if you want to be on this side of the fence or on that side of the fence. You don't know if you want life or death. You know what I'm saying? You say you want to live, and the Lord is showing you the hard way and the things that you have to go through in order to be perfect. But yet you want to be like that wavering wind. You like, dang, I want it. I want the kingdom, but damn, I'm not ready to put in the work for that. I do it on my own terms. You know what I'm saying? I do it when I feel like doing it. You know, it's also just like taking orders. You know what I'm saying? You come into the truth, right? You claim you want to be in the truth, yet you don't want to take orders from everybody. I only want to deal with this brother. I only want to deal with that brother. That's not how the truth works. That's not how the military, you know what I'm saying, of the Lord works. You know what I'm saying? The I.S.U.P.K. This is the Lord's military. You about to say something? I'm about to say hold your peace real quick. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's military, you know what I mean? You're gonna have to come up in here, you're gonna have to get right, just like multiple brothers have. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a trooper, you get on all black. I done seen brothers that say, you know what, I could get down with being in all black, but damn, brother, I don't want to cut my hair. Or, you know, because they might have dreads at the time. I seen that happen in California. Brother come to class for almost like 6 weeks straight, feeling everything. And then bam, he came to one class, brother was teaching about dreadlocks not being our custom. And he just lost it. He said, I could get down with everything you say, but I can't get down with that.
Right.
Or I've seen brothers that you know what I'm saying? They come to class, bam. You know what I mean? They get the breakdown on that you can't be a drunkard because you used to get high all in the world, and now you coming to the truth and you think that, you know what I'm saying, you're just gonna drink your pain away. You know, brothers don't want to hear that. Brothers don't, you know what I'm saying? Brothers and sisters in the world don't want to hear that you gotta fight your old self. They don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? Oh shit, you too wild, brother. You can put it right there with the brothers. You know what I mean? Brothers hear these things, and they just like, nah, it's just too difficult. I can't do it. But then they be like that wavering wind. I do it on my own time. But the Lord said previously in the other precepts that don't think that if you ask something of me and you're like this, don't think that you're gonna receive anything. You know what I'm saying? And here we go back with the illustration again, right? Talks about, like I said earlier, you ask something of the Lord, ask it in faith. Yeah, you can't see the wisdom, but the wisdom's going to be given to you. It's not going to be given to you in the physicality, but it's going to be given to you in the spiritual. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to take in something because brothers is going to show you how to move and how to behave and how you're supposed to be. How to be more like a priest and the prince of the power. You understand? Versus how you used to be. You thought, you know, brothers thought they was wise in the world. You know what I mean? Brother, you didn't know a goddamn thing. You know what I mean? Brothers, I didn't see brothers flip I'm talking about peel their caps back when they found out that Adam wasn't the first man. And they get the breakdown. They're like, how can this be? And it clearly tells you that, you know what I mean, the Most High made man in his image. You know what I'm saying? He already made man and woman. You know what I mean? But the truth was given to Adam. Brothers get that breakdown. Man, I didn't see brothers, you know what I'm saying, lose their cool when they find out that the Most High did not have sex with Mary. I didn't see brothers like, brother, you know, they didn't want nothing to do with the truth at that point. Just because they finally get the wisdom. Because they wishy-washy. You can't be wishy-washy. But read on.
Verse 9. Let the brother of the low degree rejoice in that he is
exalted. So when it says let the brother of the low degree, you know what I'm saying? Brothers of the low degree is brothers that's doing bad. We see these brothers every day, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our brothers and sisters, they have the low degree out here. They have nothing to look forward to in life. So they're just okay with just being messed up. But we got to be the brothers that's gonna go to them. What did the first precept say? The first precept says shalom to the scattered, to those that are, you know, abroad, to the Israelites. You know what I mean? Christ, let me give you another precept. Christ said, go on to the not into the way of the Samaritans, but unto the lost sheep. Those are the brothers and sisters of low degree. You got to be able to relate to your brothers and sisters because they're battling temptation. They're battling going back into the world. They're battling just being destroyed. You know what I mean? Read on.
Verse 10. But the rich, and that he is made low.
But the rich, you know what I'm saying? This for them bougie brothers. You know what I'm saying? The brothers that look down on us because of finances. You know what I'm saying? You might be rich in Esau's kingdom, but you are poor in the Lord's kingdom. You understand?
Right.
Read on.
Because as the flower of the grass, he shall pass away.
You know what I'm saying? Away. And that's letting you know. You can't take them riches with them. You got brothers that, you know what I'm saying, that say, you know, my career is my life. No, your life should be serving the Lord. Use your career to serve the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's that. What's understood doesn't have to be explained. Read on.
Verse 11. For the sun is no sooner rising with a burning heat.
Mm-hmm.
But if
wherewith? Oh, with here.
It with here the grass and the flowers thereof falleth, and the grace of the fusion of it
fashion. Yeah, you good. Keep going.
So also shall the rich man fade away in his ways.
You know what I'm saying? That's just letting you know. You know what I'm saying? The rich, they, you know, they're gonna die, and they, you know, it's like they're gonna be, you know, they're gonna pass away within their, you know, they stubborn times. But you know, they could be rich on this earth, but they're not rich in the truth. They're not rich in the spirit. You know what I mean? The brothers of low degree, the brothers that don't have much, let them brothers be exalted. You know what I'm saying? You brothers and sisters that don't have much, but you have the things that you do have is that you able to come and serve the Lord with your entirety of your spirit. You giving yourself, you become a new creation when you get your Hebrew name. You become, you know what I'm saying, you put the old person away. You know what I mean? You praying for wisdom. You praying for things that's beyond the realms of this earth. Go ahead.
Verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation.
Blessed is the man that endureth temptation. Blessed is the man that say, no, I'm not finna roll with the homies because the homies is up to no good. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not going back to my old ways because yeah, I might be broke, I might not have any money, but no, I'm not gonna commit a crime for you know, a quick come up, you know, hitting licks and just doing, you know, things that I have no business doing. You know, no, I'm not gonna, you know, get this sister, you know what I mean, to sell her behind so that I can, you know what I'm saying, buy a couple cheeseburgers or whatever, you know, because, you know, brothers say that, you know, they go back to the world because this and that. You know, you got to be strong. Read it again.
Go down, sir.
Verse 12.
Verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation.
Go ahead.
For when he is tired
When he is tried.
or tried,
Go ahead.
oh, sloppy, he shall receive the crown of life.
He shall receive the what?
The crown of life.
You know what I'm saying? That's getting that crown on your head. That's the crown. The crown of life is that when you endure great temptation, you endure yourself telling you that this is all vain. That you know what I'm saying, that the faith that you once believed in, and we already understand what faith is, right? Faith is believing in something that you cannot see. So imagine you battling yourself and you're tempting yourself to say, you know what, I'm just gonna go back to doing what I was doing. I'm just gonna go back to doing me. Well, going back to doing you could be the end of your life. And you didn't wasted your opportunity at life serving the Lord because you decided to go back to doing what you was doing in the world, which was completely nothing. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't doing anything. You everything you was doing in the world before you was serving the Lord was vanity. It had no meaning. It had no substance, no foundation. You were wavering as a wind. You was wishy-washy. You was wishy-washy with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Read that again.
Oh God. Verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation.
And the precept says that you will be blessed. You know what I'm saying? But you have to endure. You know what I mean? He that endureth to the end shall be saved. That's a precept. You got to have endurance in this. You know what I'm saying? The truth is a lifelong marathon. And a marathon, what? You marathon, you gonna be running, right? We're gonna be jogging. We're gonna keep a steady pace. But with that steady pace, we're not just in one space. We're constantly going forward, right? But why are we keeping a pace? We're keeping a pace so that we can endure this lifelong marathon because it's not a sprint. You'll learn that. And as you're Salaki, as you're enduring this marathon, you're gonna have other brothers that's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? That's enduring the same race with you. You be like, damn, we still running. Damn, brother, we've been at this about 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And brother gonna be like, Khan, until Christ returns, most high in Christ. You know what I'm saying? And y'all brothers gonna keep trucking along through the good, through the bad, through the ugly, through the happy. You know what I'm saying? Through the marvelous times, through the damn what the hell, to through the damn how we get through this. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I can't, man, that was crazy, man. Remember when this happened? Remember when that happened? And then, you know what I'm saying? Also in that marathon, you're going to have some brothers that's going to drop out. And when you see them brothers drop out and they drop their sword, what you going to do? You got to endure. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to keep on trucking. You're going to have to be like, hey, Lord be with that brother. Because when that brother, you know what I'm saying, that brother picked back up his sword and he joined back this race, this marathon, we're going to still be right here, you know what I'm saying, pursuing the kingdom. That's that endurance. That's the endurance right there. You know what I'm saying? That's that a lot of brothers aren't ready to handle. For some brothers, that might be too big of a burden. Imagine you coming in, you know what I'm saying, you coming up in here strong, about 15 brothers, and 13 of them brothers just, throughout the years just fade away. But the Lord bring you some other brothers. You know what I mean? Other hungry brothers that's ready for this, ready for this work, ready for this, you know what I mean? Try to get to the kingdom of heaven, you know what I'm saying? To keep these doors open so all blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, you know what I mean? These other brothers that want to pursue the same wisdom that you want to pursue. The other brothers that understand the mission, understand the end goal. You know what I mean? You still gonna think about the brothers that then fell to the side. Just throw up a prayer for them brothers. But you gotta keep going. You know what I mean? You gotta have that endurance. Pray for these type of things. Pray that you continuously battle the old man that you once was. Pray that you wake up and you be 100 times more stronger than the man that you used to be in the world. And when you pray for them in faith so that the Lord can actually give this to you. Don't be wishy-washy with it. The precept said it again. You know what I mean? You want to be wishy-washy with the Most High? Don't think the Most High going to give it to you. Most High ain't going to give you nothing. Most High going to give you the same thing that you giving him. You giving the Most High half effort, Most High going to give you nothing. You giving the Most High all, everything that you got, the Most High, he going to give you things that's beyond your imagination. Have you going to different, places that you ain't never been, experiencing life on a whole nother level, things that you thought that you had to be a millionaire to experience. You know what I'm saying? The Most High, bam, right then and there. But read on, brother.
For when he is time, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him.
Listen, and when the Lord promised you something, the Lord promised multiple brothers in the Bible, and we've seen these things come into tuition, right? The Most High, he made a covenant, right? An agreement with Abraham. He said, if you serve me, you know what I mean? I'm going to make you a father of many nations. Is Abraham not the father of many nations? You after class, if you go down to the gas station and you go to Ishmael, one of the Arabs, and you tell them that we come from Abraham, you say, hey, I come from Abraham. He gonna agree with you because Abraham's the father of many nations, right? The covenant is with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, though. We all understand that. But Abraham is the father of many nations. That's a promise that the Most High made to Abraham. So let's read that precept again to let you know that if the Most High promises you something, understand that this is real. This is the real deal. Read it again.
He shall receive the crown of life.
The crown of what?
Crown of life.
The crown of life. How many brothers do you want the crown? Do you want the crown on your head? And I know I want the crown. I want the crown in the kingdom. I want the crown, you know what I'm saying? And this hellish of a kingdom that we live in, you know what I mean? I want that crown of life. I want that for all of y'all Isrealite that want to come serve the Lord. Come serve these laws, statutes, and commandments. I don't want to see my brothers and sisters destroyed no more. You know what I'm saying? But just because what I want don't mean that's what you want. You gotta want the crown for yourself. I could want it for you as well. But if you don't want it for yourself, guess what? You not gonna put in the work. You not gonna ask for it in faith. Because if you ask for it in faith, for something that you can't see, but you believe in it full-heartedly, you know what I'm saying? The Lord, he gonna give it to you. The Lord gonna put you in a position to receive it, which is going to be work. It's gonna be work that you ain't never did before. Things that you didn't even think you was capable of, you know what I'm saying, just doing various different jobs in a school. You didn't think that you was capable of handling so much responsibility, that you held accountable for this, not only by your action, but this brother action, or now you're an officer of 50, so now you over 50 souls. You know what I'm saying? The Lord knows that you could take if something was to go, you know what I'm saying, terribly wrong. Hey, brother, Salaki, can you look over these 50 brothers and sisters? Some kids up in there too. We trust you over this over here, brother. Hey, Most High in Christ the water. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure that these brothers and sisters over here, since I'm over this. You know what I'm saying? Read it again. It's a lot.
He shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him.
And if you love the Most High, what you gonna do? You gonna serve the Most High. You're not gonna play with the Most High's time. You're not gonna waste the Most High's time. You'll learn that time is very valuable in the truth. Time is a currency that you spend carelessly. You know what I'm saying? You just spend up so much. You know, you could just be wasting time on dwelling on your past and what you could have been. I done heard it. Oh man, in the world, I was a good basketball player. You about to dip? Go ahead, do your thing, brother. Be safe out there. Right? You know, I done heard brothers say it all the time. Like, I could have been in the NFL, or I could have been this and that, or I could have been on Wall Street. Well, brother, what you gonna be now? You gonna be a priest and prophet of the Lord? You know, are you gonna be better than that? Are you gonna be great? Are you gonna be a brother that's gonna be feared by many nations? Are you gonna be a brother that can handle great responsibility, that can, lead the different, various departments of the Lord? You know what I'm saying? All I know is that I want the crown of life, and I want my brothers and sisters to have the crown of life as well. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 13. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God.
Oh, Lord Christ. Let no man say that when he is tempted, that he is tempted of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that. You can't say that the Lord caused you to do this and that. The Lord didn't cause you to commit that sin. The Lord didn't cause you to commit that crime. Because now you doing football numbers because you didn't have no funds and you decided to just pistol whip somebody, or you just seen it, you just had to get it. You know what I'm saying? You just had to sleep with that brother's woman because she was eyeballing you, or you know what I'm saying? The Lord knew what he was doing. You know, that's so wicked to even have that type of mentality. You want to blame it on the Lord. How dare you? You know what I'm saying? You do that because you don't fear the Most High. You don't fear the Most High, not knowing, because you don't know that the Most High will unalive you in this hellish of a kingdom that you live in. He will unalive your body and your soul. But you fear Esau. You fear man. You fear these other nations who are supposed to be inferior to you. You know? But you don't know that. You don't know that because you lack wisdom. You're asking the Lord for the wrong things. You're not asking the Lord, how can I battle temptation? How can I battle addiction? How can I battle these demons that that come up against me? Because temptation is a demon. You know what I'm saying? Read on, Salakia.
For God cannot be tempted with evil.
You know what I'm saying? The Most High cannot be tempted with evil. Go ahead.
Neither tempted he any man.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord has never tempted any man. The Lord has no reason to tempt you. You know what I'm saying? The Lord has no reason for you to be wicked. There is no evil in the Most High. Read on.
Verse 14. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust.
Of his own what?
Own lust.
You know what I'm saying? You are tempted because of your own lust. You are tempted to do these wicked things because of the wickedness that still resides in you, because you are not battling that old man, that old woman. You know what I'm saying? You're asking for the wrong things. You're asking for a raise, or things that have no substance, when you really should be asking for wisdom. You know what I'm saying? A strong foundation to build upon. You know what I'm saying? The knowledge of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You should be asking, how can I get closer to the kingdom of heaven? But I'm gonna let you know you've been taught wrong. Your pastors have lied to you. You've been going to the church just to praise dance and slap the damn tamarines and to eat that same fried chicken and sweet potatoes after service. You know what I'm saying? You going for the entertainment. You're not going to church for your spirit to be cleansed. But that's why the I.S.U.P.K is here. The I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General Yohanna, you know what I'm saying? We are ordained to teach the Bible to help cleanse your spirit for all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We are here to teach you how to really be Christ-like. That's what a Christian is. Christian is supposed to be someone that's supposed to be just like Christ. They're supposed to walk after Christ. You know what I'm saying? That's what a real Christian is. So these Christians out here in the world, they are perpetrators. They're not really walking after Christ. Why? Because they go Monday through Saturday and doing whatever their heart decide, whatever their heart tells them to do. They're leaning on to their own understanding. They're giving in to their own lust. And then Sunday, they're looking for that prosperity sermon, that teaching on, what they, you could turn on the TV. It's a damn TV show at this point. You know what I'm saying? They be like the church say, "Amen." Everybody's there. Everybody. It's just all chaotic and songs and cheering and praise dancing and all that. And then you feel good, and then you go back and you do what the hell you want to do all week long. And then you say, I gotta go to church for my sins. Well, guess what? We come to class not for our sins. We come to class so that we could teach brothers and sisters how to battle their temptations. We come to class for the wisdom. We come to class so that we could be stronger spiritually. You know what I'm saying? And all throughout the week, we're keeping the integrity of the school. You know what I'm saying? I could trust that Tazabah, when he's out and doing whatever the Lord, whatever the hell he's doing, that he's not breaking out one of the Lord's commandments. That's integrity. If you're outside the school, you don't do that. You don't keep your integrity because you're not taught how to keep your integrity. You don't have the wisdom. But go ahead, brother. Verse 14. You can read that again.
Verse 14. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and
enticed.
Enticed.
You know what I'm saying? And enticed is like this. You see, you might not have $1 to your name, but it's $1,000 right there. That's $1,000, right? Or it's a big money bag. You know that money bag don't belong to you. You know that if you reach for that money bag, that it's gonna be all hell's gonna break loose. Somebody gonna call the police on you. They're gonna paint you as the worst criminal of the world. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get the worst of the public defenders. Now they're gonna throw you under the jail. They're gonna throw all types of things that attach to your name. And guess what? That old man gonna come out to you. You gonna say, "Man, the Lord knew." Man, why? But this is if this when you weak minded. First thing you're gonna say, "Man, why the Lord tip me, man? The Lord knew I needed that money. The Lord knew where I was lacking. The Lord knew that I was weak in this." Brother, the Lord, you know what I'm saying? Count it in joy. You see that money bag, brother, pay it no mind. That sister that that got a man, and she trying to entice you, and she throwing that box your way, man, check that sister and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Don't be weak. You can't be weak. Precept says, gird up thy loins as a man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord demands this. The Lord commands you to be strong. You know what I mean? You got to have a strong spirit. Ask for these things. Ask for the wisdom of this. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Oh, God, sir. Verse 15. Then when lust have
conceived,
it bringeth forth sin.
So you know what I'm saying? When the lust finished doing what it do, you already know what conceives me. You know what I'm saying? It bring forth sin. You know what I mean? When you give in to your lust, you're gonna sin. You ain't smoked a blunt in 20 years. You've been smelling it and you've been strong. But as soon as you get around some people that you ain't supposed to be around, first of all, I would never understand why would you want to sit around drug addicts when you don't do drugs? Why would you want to surround but this is you giving into your own lust. And now guess what? Now you sitting in rotation. Legs crossed and kumbaya, sitting Indian style. They doing the puff pass and it come to you. What you doing? What are you doing in this situation? How did you end up here? These are the questions you should be asking yourself. Or I'll give you even better one. You know you got homeboys in the world that's up to no good. They might respect what you do, but they are still going to live their life. They're still gang banging. They're still robbing people. They're still, living as if they're 15, 13, doing childlike things. You know what I'm saying? And you decide to get in that car with them. And you know better. Now you the driver. You the getaway driver. How'd you end up here? You know what I'm saying? Oh, because you was tempted. Because you was enticed. You gave in to your lust. You said one more ride or one more puff. Or I'm just going to hit it one more time. You know what I'm saying? You done dealt with this sister many years ago. This sister, she ain't seen you in a long time. Now you looking real masculine. You looking like you stand for something. You know what I'm saying? You might walk a little different. She gonna throw that thing your way. Brother, you better count it and enjoy it. You better tell her, sis, I can't believe you turned out to be such a whore that I thought you was. You got a whole man at the house, family of 4, family of 6, 8, you know what I'm saying? You should be living your life, sis. But yet, you in this woman's bed, you know what I'm saying, in that man's house. What's to stop the Lord from allowing that man to come home and unalive you? You know what I mean? What's to stop that sister for saying for claiming rape? Because she don't want to shame herself. So now you got a whole case. You done broke in. It's just all, you know what I'm saying? You done now they done painted the picture. You done broke into the house. You done forced yourself upon her. Yeah, you got previous history with her. You used to deal with her back in the day, but that's a whole. You giving into your own lust. You was enticed. First thing you're gonna say, the Lord knew. He knew I was weak for her. The Lord knew I was broke. Read on, slide.
And said, when it is finished, bring it forth death.
And bring it forth what?
Forth death.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna bring forth sin first, and sin, when you done sinning, it's gonna bring forth death. You know what I mean? The Lord does not have joy in unenlivened. But don't think the Lord won't chastise you, man. Read the last precept.
Oh, God, sir. Verse 16. Do not err.
Do not what?
Do not err.
Do not what?
Do not err.
You know what I'm saying? Don't go the Broadway. Don't cause any mistakes. Don't be lackluster with the Lord. Don't be wavery. Don't be wishy-washy. Don't be lukewarm. Do not sin, brother. Don't be enticed by your own lust. Don't be weak. Don't fall for the okie doke, the Euro step. Don't fall for the temptation. Battle your demons. Pray for wisdom. Read it again, huh?
Oh God. Do not err.
Go ahead.
My beloved brethren.
My what?
My beloved brethren.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a message with love. That's showing brotherhood. That's love right there. Brother, don't be weak. Brother, don't fall for it. Brother, be strong. You know what I'm saying? If that's not brotherhood, then I don't know what is. That's a check-in within itself. That's a check-in with love. Don't be hard-headed. You know what I'm saying? Be strong, brother. Continue on this marathon. Pray for the right things. Ask for the wisdom so that the Lord can be with you. All right? With that, that's our time. Once again, we are the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, coming out of 1 West 125th Street.